Hi there, gorgeous. Happy Friday to you. It's Friday. Hope you're having a great day so far. I am. I'm just happy to be in a space where I can hear myself think. Today I'm showing you a full face of my most favorite, most used drugstore makeup products that will withstand the summer heat. Summer proof, humidity proof, heat proof, sweat proof, all of that proof. Great stuff. And these are products that I use all the time. I have come to love, and you know I have oily skin. I live in Florida, so I have tested a number of products. And I'm not putting any e.l.f. in today's video, by the way, because there will be an entirely separate video coming out next week that features exclusively only e.l.f. makeup products. So I wanted to do two separate videos for you. That look is a little bit darker. I've already filmed it. So this one is going to be a little bit lighter, more day appropriate. So you get two different looks to choose from. Beginning with the face, the facha, as my husband would say. I am using all Milani today, actually. That was not intentional, but I usually use e.l.f. But I've been using these Milani products and I really like them, so I wanted to include them. So I'll start with the eye cream. I have been loving this Avocado under eye cream, and it does a great job of moisturizing the under eye area. And I also apply it usually on the tops of my eyes too. And I noticed that if I don't do moisturizer on my lids, it really does change how my makeup looks afterwards. Moisturizer, I'm using this one from Milani. It's their Blueberry Replenishing Moisturizer. It's another favorite. I've been mixing this one with the e.l.f. Daily Hydrating Moisturizer, not mixing, rotating. You know, using one day, one the next day. And I really love this because it's very lightweight and it's super, it's just super awesome on the skin. It sinks right in. I'm not creative with the adjectives today. So there will be a lot of super awesomes and super cool and super I love this. And yeah, you would just, this is a super video. And this is a relatively new release from Milani, but I really love it. They decided to mix in an SPF with a primer. So it's got SPF 30, and this is a primer for the face that helps to extend the wear time of makeup. It also contains vitamin E and glycerin, which will all add some nice moisture to the skin. So it looks like that when you apply it. And because it has SPF in it, I apply a little bit more than I'm probably supposed to, but it's okay. I won't tell anybody. It does not do anything in the way of pores, so it's not going to blur your pores or make them disappear. But if you're looking for a primer that will do that, I recently reviewed the No Pore Zone from Milani, which I have somewhere around here. Ace must have taken off with it. But anyway, it is wonderful stuff, and it's a dupe for the Benefit Professional, and that will take all pores right off. I mean, it won't take them off, but it'll hide them so that you don't see them. So if you're looking for a product like that, you would love that new one from Milani. I found it. It was over in my excess makeup basket, along with my calculator that I was looking for. That's what it looks like. And it's great stuff. It's amazing. And if you're wondering about the SPF primer, it doesn't feel like anything on your skin after you've applied it. Sometimes you can apply an SPF and then it feels like really greasy and kind of sticky on your skin. This one doesn't feel like that. It feels like a regular primer would. And I'm just applying an eyeshadow primer right now. I'm using my favorite of the moment from Alter Ego Cosmetics. And then for the eyes, I'm going with a cream one. This is one from Revlon. And this is the shade Caramel. And I really love this formula. This is a great formula and excellent for the summer months. And what I like about cream eyeshadows like this is that it's one and done. You just apply the color and that's all you need. And I find myself in the summer not really putting on much eyeshadow when I'm not filming. It's really just one color type options, and stuff like this is wonderful because it doesn't move. Well, I mean, if you have oily lids, it will, which is why I applied the primer. But if you have dry skin, you could apply this all by itself and just that be it. I bought this several months ago and I was looking for a little bit of a neutral brown shade. I didn't really want to get this shade, if I'm being honest. I wasn't too thrilled about it. But now that I've been using it, I like it a little bit more. I was looking for more of a neutral brown that was just, you know, flat neutral, but I really like this shade. The more that I've used it, it's kind of grown on me. Now, if we're talking about high-end makeup, I will mention another one that I've really been enjoying, loving, and using, and it came from the pool test that I did with the makeup, and it is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in the shade, which shade was this one? Caramel. And I love this one. This is one I have been using also on days when I don't really feel like wearing much eyeshadow. So I wanted to mention it because it's another one of my go-to favorites at the moment. And when my mom was here visiting recently, I put it on her and it looked gorgeous on her. And she is turning 65 at the end of this month and doesn't look it at all, but it looked great on her eyes and it didn't bring out lines. It didn't emphasize texture. It was such a wonderful formula on her skin tone. So I wanted to mention that because I know there are some women who watch my videos who have asked about products like that. And I will just tell you, it looked absolutely effortless on her. It was so beautiful. I wish I could have gotten a picture of her, but she doesn't want to be in the public eye, and I don't blame her. So yeah, I can't show you. You just have to take my word for it. And that's really all that I do. I just apply it with a brush like that and then blend it out with my finger. And I might add a little bit of a blending shade on the brow bone just to help conceal some of the veins and set the edges. So I'll just do the light dusting like so. For the brows, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Frame and Set, and the shade that I'm using here is Light Brunette. This is a cream brow product. It's wonderful for the summer months because it won't budge, and it's really easy to apply. It looks effortless in the brows. The only thing I do not like about it is that it dries up too fast. That's my only complaint. I haven't had it for that long, and every time I use it now, I have to put some Inglot Duraline in it. By the way, great stuff. I know many of you have heard me talk about this before. Inglot Duraline, it's a mixing medium that you put into cream products when they tend to dry out a little bit, especially great for gel eyeliners. You just take one drop and it will revitalize your cream products without affecting the formula of them. There we go. Okay, so take that and apply it into the brows. Yeah, it's great when it's creamy, but I just wish that it lasted a little bit longer. One of the other things I wanted to mention too that you can do with your brow gel, if you use one like that, is to apply a little bit on your lash line to deepen it slightly. And I did that here too. You really can't tell, but it just added a little bit of depth to my lash line without being too much, and I know that it's going to stay put. So another tip for you, even if you want to go a shade deeper in your most favorite brow gel and use that as an eyeliner, it works extremely well. I already went ahead and curled my lashes. I am not going to use falsies today, but I am going to use a great mascara, and this is one from Essence. It's their Lash Princess. This is a waterproof formula, and this one is amazing for swimming. By the way, it will stay put, it will not budge, and it's excellent for when it gets really hot, and it's a great mascara overall. That's what the wand looks like. Really easy to apply, and the formula is not one that will clump very easily. It just goes on so smoothly. And I mean, look at that. Is that not awesome? Look at that length. That is crazy. This is just such a great mascara for the price that you pay. It's truly some of the best stuff I have ever tried. For the rest of my face, it's going to be pretty simple. I have about 5 products left to share with you, all favorites for the summer. The one that I've been using the most lately that has really surprised me with how well it's been lasting on my face is the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh foundation. It's not a foundation. Skin Perfector. It goes on and it minimizes imperfections in the skin and whatnot. This is one that I have been using off and on for, I want to say, how long has it been? It's probably been like 3 years that I've been using this foundation, and it's always been one that I've enjoyed. I've never had any issues with it, but I've only recently started picking it back up and using it again and again and again, and it's been fabulous. Now, some of the benefits of this, it blurs imperfections, it hydrates your skin, it does have SPF 30 in it, And I feel like it gives my skin a flawless look without feeling heavy or cakey, and it's incredibly light too. For the under eye area, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Concealer, and I am in shade number 10. I think that's what it says there. It's kind of hard for me to read from here. This is one I tested in the pool very recently. It is a waterproof concealer, by the way, and it holds up extremely well. No movement. And outside the pool, if you're not swimming, because you know not everybody's going to be swimming with it, it still holds on, does not budge, looks amazing, doesn't crease, doesn't separate, and the coverage that you get with it is awesome. So I love this stuff. And I hadn't tried it before I did the swim test with it, but ever since that video, I have been loving it. It's just like, look at that. It took away every ounce of purple under eye discoloration that I have there. And it looks great. And to lightly set everything here, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder, shade number 100. Really been enjoying this one lately. I don't use much of it. I use just enough to take away the shine, make sure nothing slides away. And then for a little bit of contour on my face, I've been loving this one from Colourpop. This is one that I used months and months and months ago, and it's in the shade Coconut Beach, by the way. Great pigment, long lasting, excellent color, cool toned, everything you could want in a contour shade. I get really attracted to cream products in the summer, so I tend to use them more that time than I do any other time of the year. I don't know, it's a personal preference thing. So for the cheeks, I love, 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 love this stuff. The Flower Balm, there you go. In the shade Nectar, it's the most beautiful peach shade, and this stuff is seriously some of the best cream blush product I own. Really don't need much of it because it's super, super pigmented. The way that I usually apply it is put it on the back of my hand, and then I'll shear it out with my finger a little bit until I feel like I've got enough to apply. And then I will take that small amount and begin to tap it into the skin. Sometimes I'll use a stippling brush too if I feel like my finger isn't really getting the job done. But sometimes my finger is the best method for application. With how much you need of this, you will probably throw it out before you ever get through it. I mean, this is, you can see how much is on the back of my hand, and I only use the tiniest drop from the little tube here, and it's great stuff. It gives such a natural flush of color on the skin without being overboard or over the top looking. Sometimes what I like to do also is go back and add a little bit of cream eyeshadow that I used on my lids on my under eye area to give my eyes a bit of definition, and so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm taking a little bit of that Revlon cream eyeshadow I used in the beginning, and I will simply run it along the outer half of the lower lash line, and then use my finger to blur it a little bit. I've been skipping lipstick lately and just going with lip balm, so I am going to take the Milani Peach Tinted Lip Balm here today, and there's not much tint to this, not as much as with the cherry and the blueberry versions, which have a little bit more color to them. This one is a little bit more neutral in the sense that it looks like my lip color, so it doesn't really look like I'm wearing anything. I think it's my favorite scent out of all three of them. I just love the peachy. And then to set everything so nothing moves, my go-to setting spray that I've been using for months now, and I love this stuff, is the Rimmel Stay Matte Fix and Go. And you know the way I do it. I typically spray it onto a brush because I do not like it when I get it in my eyes. I don't like sniffing it. I want to smell it as little as possible, okay? And that is pretty much everything. So if you've been looking for some summer-proof, heat-proof makeup products from the drugstore, I hope that you found this list helpful. And if you have a favorite that has held up really well for you, please feel free to share yours below. Also, if you're interested in any of the products I used here today, I will have all of them listed and linked for you below in the description box. Thank you so much for being here, for taking the time to watch. I want to wish you a beautifully blessed weekend ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.